Welcome everybody, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel and help support it, and as an added bonus, you'll be able to stay up to date on all that's happening in the world of music. All right, we're going to take a look today at Tool and their fifth album, Fear Inoculum. It was recently certified gold, and I want to talk about why that matters. So the band themselves formed 30 years ago in 1990, and they've released 5 studio albums and 1 EP. Not a lot of releases, but of what they have released, it's been very special in the way that they have done it. So each of these releases has endeavored to unify the musical experimentation of what they do with the visual arts aspect of the packaging of the album. Kicking things off in 1993, their album Undertow came out, and this one had a hidden image under the CD inlay tray. And so it was an opaque cover originally. I've removed mine and made it clear so that I can see it more readily available. If we pop this out, that was the image, but at the time it wasn't common to have an image under it the way it is today. And so it was an opaque cover hiding it, and you had to be willing to explore to find it. And at that time, that was kind of a unique thing. And so that was the first thing they did. Following 3 years later, when Enema came out in 1996, it was packaged in a custom lenticular jewel case. And this was referred as a multi-image CD case. And the idea of it was to create a sequential animation in the way that it operated. And so if we take this here and we move this around, you can see that it looks like it's animated, but in fact it's a still image, and it's just the way that the case is happening underneath it that is making that transpire. The packaging itself was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Album Art Packaging at the time. Now next up, the release Letterless, which came 5 years later in 2001. This one came housed in a black cover, but once it was removed, it revealed the human anatomy and bright, colorful art by Alex Grey. Alex Grey's done a lot of their art and video, art and directing and things like that as well. Now each package contained art that was printed on clear plastic. And this allowed the viewer to admire both the art individually, but also when put together as one composite image as a masterpiece. So here's the cover of it, and when we slide that off, you can see the colorful art under it. Let me pull this out so you can see it better. And you can see that it's on clear plastic, and as I open it, it begins removing parts of the anatomy so that you can see different aspects of it. But when it's all together, it makes one composite image. And so now again, 5 years later on, 10,000 Days was released in 2006, and the packaging for this one incorporated stereoscopic glasses with it. Now using these lenses, it allowed the fans to see the album art in 3D. And so this is the way the album looked here, and the glasses are this part of it. And so when you opened it like this, and you looked through the lenses there at the art that was behind it here, it made it appear in 3D. It's really something special. If you haven't seen those, get a hold of one of those. They're quite interesting. Stereoscopic glasses go back to the 1800s, so it's an old form of 3D, but it's really quite a powerful thing. So now this brings us to the fifth album, Fear Inoculum, and this limited edition packaging here on this one. So this one was released 13 long years after 10,000 Days. It entered the charts at #1 on the Billboard 200, which knocked pop artist Taylor Swift off of the top of the charts. And personally, I like that. I have nothing against Taylor Swift, but I love that a metal band that hadn't released an album in 13 years could knock one of the biggest pop artists off the top of the charts. Very few people have ever been able to do that to Taylor Swift. So the album, in order to do that, sold 270,000 equivalent units that first week of sales. For the packaging, they really went all out on this release here. It includes a built-in audio-visual multimedia player in it. It has a 4-inch HD screen with a 2-watt speaker, complete with volume knob, a charging cable. It also features original video material, including one additional track called Recussant ad Infinitum, a 36-page book, and it retailed for only about $45. I actually got mine for about $38, I think it was, on Amazon at the time. Let's take a quick peek at what this is. So it's cool the way this opens in this gatefold. Behind here is the booklet. And then when we do this, if we wait a moment, you'll see that it turns on and then the images starts in this. And so this thing will play about a 10-minute video in here. The charging cable actually is on this side of it here, and it goes through with a special video animation and everything on that. A little hard to see screen to screen, but that's what you get with this, and it's pretty cool just to get a little mini computer as part of your CD packaging. So now on August 12th of 2020, this album was certified gold, which this is less than 1 year of time since it came out. Just, I mean, almost just exactly a year, but still less than a year's time. And so the Recording Association of America had issued these gold and platinum awards, or started issuing them in 1958. And a gold award is for 500,000 units sold, with a platinum award for 1 million units sold. Now, why is this important? In the streaming age, it takes 1,500 streams of an album to count as one unit. 1,500 streams of the album to count as one physical sale. So when I bought this, it would take 1,500 people streaming it to count the same as what it is for me to buy this. So, why does a physical album sale mean so much in this? Now, if we think about this, it would take 750 million streams of the album to equal 500,000 sales or gold certification. Now, due to the limited edition packaging of this and its uniqueness, of the 270,000 units that were sold its first week, 248,000 of those were physical copies just like this, what I bought here, with only 22,000 of those being streaming. But even of the 22,000, that is 33 million streams. So that wasn't 22,000 people streaming it 1,500 times. I'm sure that was way, way more, which means the band loses out on that. Now, because there were only two formats available, there was the physical edition of it like this, the limited one, or digital. There was no standard jewel case edition. Most fans opted to buy this. And this gave the fans something special, but it also gave the band something, as a physical album sale does more for a band than a streaming digital does for them. And this allowed the band to actually earn money from the actual album itself, as opposed to only from touring, which is more common these days. So remember, the next time that an album is coming out by your favorite band, support them and buy a physical album copy of it instead of only digitally streaming it. It does so much more for the band, and it goes so much more further. Plus, with a lot of bands doing these limited edition type interesting packages or bonus tracks and that sort of stuff, the fans get more as well. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave me your comments, your thoughts. Let me know what's going on. Everyone take care. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye.